Up here, there's a little tennis ball. Do you know what that is? Conventions. That means like punctuation and capitalization. But right now, this lesson we're gonna do is about structure. So, Ms. V, one of the things that once I show them that, when I announce the teaching point for the day, I'll say, and this lesson is about structure, or this lesson is about elaboration, or today we have the tennis ball, because I've been noticing you don't have any paragraphs in your story. And that's not, you're in 7th grade, that's not working for me. So I'm gonna do a conventions lesson.
Okay.
But today, structure. So what I want to point out to you is that,
I probably just thinking out what probably better.
let me have this. The story mountain can sort of be deconstructed by saying certain things. In the beginning of most stories, everything is A-okay, no worries. A-okay, no worries. Do that for me. A-okay, no worries. No worries. Like in the paperback, at the beginning of the story, things are pretty much A-okay, no worries. Because we've got Elizabeth, and she's like, oh my Ronald, I love him so much, everything's so good. And she's all dressed up, and he's all dressed up, and it's all good. Most stories, they get you in the setting, things are A-okay. But then watch this. Oh no! Do that with me. Oh no! I need you, you're not too cool for school. Stop doing that and do it with me. You ready? Wait a minute, we're waiting for you. Ready?
Breathe.
Oh no! Oh no! Something's happened that's wrong. Oh no! That is the CSP, the central story problem, the main problem. And we know that the main problem, oh no! My Ronald, my lover man, he's been trapped by the dragon! So the central story is dragon. What do we say? Dragon. Got Ronald. What's a better word? Took him.
Kidnapped.
Oh, that's it. Kidnapped. Prince napped. I like that better. Prince napped. He's been prince napped by the dragon. So dragon, prince napped Ronald. So we got the everything's okay, gonna marry Ronald. Like, oh no, my prince has been prince napped. Now, the next thing is that usually then there's another obstacle or smaller problem, or sometimes it can be not a smaller problem, but it can be try. So it can either be a smaller problem, a smaller problem, a smaller problem, or it can be try number 1, try number 2, and try number 3. So in the case of the Paper Bread Princess, it's try. She says, dragon, is it true that you can blah, 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 blah? And he says, why, yes. Boing, he runs out of fire. Is it true that you could, why, yes. Right? So the first try was, she knocks on the door, and it's like slamming the bit on her nose, and she's like, is it true that you're the smartest, fiercest dragon? Why, yes. And then he comes out. Then the second try is the fire, and the third try is the flying around the world. So we get, okay, no worries. The, oh no. And then we get try number 1, try number 2, and try number 3. But in some stories, it's problem. Then, what happens? He tires himself out. She steps over him, and we say, this is the solution. Phew, thank God that's over. I can get to rescue my beloved Ronald. That's the solution, right? So that's the solution, and she says, phew, thank goodness that's over. And the solution is she rescues Ronald. Now we know that is not the end of the story. And that's almost never the end of the story. You have something called the resolution, right? Which is sort of like, I call this, I usually draw a present here. It's like tying the story up in a nice, neat bow. In this case, it's kind of a funny little package. Elizabeth your hair is all dirty and your clothes are all blah, blah, blah. And come back when you look like a real princess. Wrong. You look like a, but you know what? You're a bum. And I'm better off without you. And she lived happily ever after. A-OK, no worries. This little line is drawn across here because usually at the start and the end of many stories, not all, because some stories are tragedies and they don't end up A-OK. That's not the stories I'm talking about. Are A-OK. So we have A-OK, oh no! Try, or problem. Solution, phew, thank God, that's over. And then, pretty okay. That's the way the story mountain goes with a little bit of sound effect. So now that I've sort of reviewed this way of thinking about the story mountain, now you're gonna do your work with a different story. So let's just tell them what story, and it's a story, but you actually experienced yourselves. This isn't a made-up story, this is a true story. But everyone in the room except me, were you here?
I was not here.
Everyone in this room except Mrs. Llewellyn and myself, we did not experience this. I give you the floor.
All right, so I'm gonna start telling the story, and when we have an idea of what I'm talking about, I just want you to give me a thumbs up. I don't need you to shout, I don't need you to start giggling, because we're gonna know what I'm talking about. Just give me a thumbs up. So, it was around this time on a Tuesday afternoon. Dr. Everett comes on the announcement, says go to homeroom, get your belongings, we gotta go, we gotta leave. So there's commotion, there is confusion, then we go to homeroom, and then all the halls are filled, we go over to Rush. At Rush, there is confusion again, it's loud, it is crowded, there's nothing to do. Nobody could call their parents. I know that was a little problem. Some people didn't have their phones. But then we did what we were supposed to do. We took attendance. We gave our papers to Miss Lease. Miss Lease said everybody's here. Everybody made it. We're safe. We're here. We're good. Now we just have to wait for the buses. So the buses come. We load up. We go home. We realize the next day everything's great. School is safe, we can come on back. So thumbs up if you lived this story. Because not everybody lived it. I lived it. I know Sarah didn't live it.
She was absent.
Yeah, Sarah's new too. She just got here. Some people were absent. So we're talking about the evacuation, right? Emily, yeah?
I wasn't here.
Okay. Well,
Now
that
you
was
know the story, I wasn't here either,
yeah.
but I get it.
So what you're going to do with this story mountain, you are going to find us that everything was A-OK. It was like every ordinary day. Then you're going to go, oh no, what happened? Problem 1, small problem 2, small problem 3. And guess what, last period, some people's small problems were different. One kid wrote that he left his phone in his locker and he couldn't get it till the next day. That's a small problem. Some kid wrote about the noise level, it really affected him. That's a small problem. So if yours is different than your neighbor, it's no biggie. And then the phew, everything's okay, or solve
the problem is solved.
solution, and then
And it's sort of tied up and sort of like, oh my
everything's
goodness,
okay.
the evacuation plan worked. See how that's sort of tied up. So we're gonna want you to annotate, not just one word, guys. We want you to actually write a few sentences next to each step. So you're going to be annotating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places on this text. And so here's the question. I don't have the answer to this.
Yeah.
We could do 2 different things. We could do completely independently the you do because we want to assess, like, can you do this on your own? And then once you're finished, you're going to put it face down and you're going to do your independent reading. I think maybe we